you.
All right, perfect. All right, welcome Daniel from Accra. Abdullah from Zambia, you're welcome. All right, so my name is Modupe and I'll be taking us on this beautiful journey on how to build a perfect LinkedIn profile that attracts employers. And I'm sure majority of us here are actively job hunting. So before we get started, I would like for us to I would like to actually inform us about what Talent Loop is and who we are, what we do at Talent Loop. All right. So Talent Loop is actually founded by Adeza Suleiman, who is a technology expert with over a decade experience in data analytics, data science, and management consulting. He is the founder of Tenalytics and also the co-founder of Amdari. So Adeza has helped over 3,000 people who had no prior tech background. He helped them transition into tech effectively at that, and he also helped them land their first jobs. Okay, so he has experience, and this experience is a span across data science consultants, also data analyst, business performance, and data analytics consultants. He has worked in the sports industry, financial services industry, edtech, energy, and even the automobile sector. He currently resides in Alberta, Canada, and he has personally trained over 8,500 participants. So yes, Talent Loop is founded by Adeza Suleiman. And today you have me here, Modupe Oreye, and I am an employability expert at Talent Loop with over 4 years experience in CV building and even LinkedIn optimization. Yes, I have that passion to actually help professionals stand out in the global job market. I also have a keen eye for personal branding and even recruiters' expectations. So I do this by empowering job seekers to craft LinkedIn profiles that not only tell their stories, but also attract the right opportunities. So tonight, today, wherever you're joining in from and whatever time it is on your end of the world, I'll be taking us into that journey of how to build a perfect LinkedIn profile that gets noticed and also gets results. All right, enough about me. Let's get straight into the session. I mean, we spent enough time, which I apologize for. So we'll be having a quick check-in question, and I want it to be as interactive as it can get. So I want us to think this through. I want us to Google our names right now, like make a Google search of your name and tell me what you find. Whatever you find, I would like to know if it would actually impress a potential employer or it would hurt or help your career. So quickly, let's do that in the chat box. Yes, in 2 minutes. I'm expecting our responses. So anyone can just unmute and speak. All right, while I await our responses in the chat, I believe at some point in time, we've made a Google search of our names. And if we have not, this is like a nudge for you to do that. And most likely, when make a Google search of your name, the likely thing you'd see is your LinkedIn profile popping up first, right? So why is your LinkedIn profile very important? Firstly, it gives that impression, that digital impression. It's like that very first impression that recruiters or anyone going through your profile, they see. Anyone coming across your name for the first time, it's what they see. All right. So we're going to be going straight into the session, and yes, we'll be talking about why LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is very important because firstly, it's your digital first impression. Yes, LinkedIn is that digital first impression that you've got, and it's the digital handshake you get. I mean, recruiters see you there when they're impressed with whatever you have, they reach out to you. So recruiters obviously see you on LinkedIn first before they see you anywhere else. So they scan through your profile in less than 7 seconds, and whatever they see on your LinkedIn profile is actually what gives them that trust. It's what helps them before they even call you or reach out to you for any form of interview. Okay, so the next thing is that it's an online resume. It fully encapsulates your professional journey. It also helps with your career evolution, your skills, experiences, and even achievements without you saying a word. So yes, your LinkedIn profile is that powerful. It's an online resume. I always say our LinkedIn profile does the work for us while we sleep. So yes, once you have a fully optimized LinkedIn profile, trust me, it's literally reaches the hands of the recruiters, your hiring managers, even while you are away from the LinkedIn space. So it is that live, public, you know, profile picture, profile resume, online resume, as I would put it, that allows you to network, that allows people to reach out to you, to network with you. And it also like gives you visibility, builds visibility for you. So many employers actually check your profile first, even before they reach out to you. That is, even when you've applied for a job or you've not applied for a job, they literally reach out to you by checking your profiles first before they do the actual reaching out to you. So it does the work for you while you sleep. So the next thing is that your LinkedIn is a global talent marketplace and it is built for opportunities. I'm sure we are aware of these things. So for emphasis sake, right, it's a now LinkedIn is that global talent marketplace. It's a place that is built for opportunities. On LinkedIn itself, we have over 950 million users. So you can just imagine and understand how large the platform is, right? So we have these users across different countries, across the globe, in a global market space that actually allows people to come on board together to search for opportunities, look out for talents, and just find the right opportunities. So every time you go to LinkedIn, I want you to be aware that you're not the only one using LinkedIn, and there are thousands of people actually job hunting, actively job hunting like yourself on the LinkedIn space. And every minute in a work week, like within Monday to Friday, every 6 minutes, at least 3 persons get hired, at least 3 to 6 persons get hired every single minute on a work day. So, and this is like through LinkedIn. So it could be you too. This could be you too. You could be the next person to get hired on LinkedIn, right? So it enables you access to job opportunities. That's the opportunities we're talking about now. We're talking about networking opportunities, events, and even helps you stay aware of different industrial updates and the right opportunities within your space, outside your space. So the opportunities come to you even when you're actively not on LinkedIn. Again, like I mentioned, it works for you even while you're asleep. All right. So the next thing is, unlike other social media platforms like Instagram, like TikTok, like Facebook, right? LinkedIn itself, it's strictly for business, it's strictly for professional business, and it helps you stay industry aware. So you follow the right companies, you build the right visibility for yourself, you do everything that needs to be done, you follow through articles, you follow through newsletters, and you're able to see these opportunities, you're able to stay aware, stay up to date with industry trends, with new things that are happening in your field, in your sector, in your space. All right. So the next thing is brand. So I'll be calling this session, I'll be summing up this session into what I'll call brand. So each of the letters, they stand for something unique, something different. So I would want us, before I proceed, there's something I would like to show us even before the session comes to an end. I'll be giving us a free learning strategy that would help us, come up top at the top of our profiles when recruiters are actively searching for us. So yes, so brand stands for build, a strong, B stands for build a strong first impression, while R stands for reflects your unique story, A stands for add value with achievements, N for network with intention, and of course, you need to display credibility. So now for the very first one, you need to build a strong first impression. I mean, from your profile picture, your headline, the banner, these are like the very first things people see. And these elements either draw them in or they drive them away within seconds. So I'll be showing us a very quick example of what our profile picture should look like, what the custom banner should look like, and even what the headline should look like. So this is an optimized LinkedIn profile. And this picture, this image here, literally depicts an headline, a cover photo. This is a cover photo and it's very important. So one thing you need to take note of while actually trying to craft out your headline, your cover image rather, is ensure that it actually matches the size which LinkedIn request is for. So ensure that it covers that image. You can use the Canva app if you're familiar with it. Use it to create a free template, a free cover image for yourself. Just create a free cover image for yourself. And the key things to be included in your cover image is your name. Your full name should be there as represented in your CV. On your CV, it should be there. Then also your role, the role you're actively searching for, you need to also include it there. So, and lastly, your email. You can choose to include your contact number, that is your phone number, or you can as well leave that out. But I'll strongly advise you keep it strict and professional. Your email goes fine. So yes, ensure that whatever you have, it's it's clean. Yes, ensure that whatever you have is clean and it's visible to see. So yes, this LinkedIn banner, this LinkedIn cover image actually shows the person's full name. It also shows the person's role, the role the person is actively searching for or looking to get hired into, and also the person's email address. So yes, these are very important key points to include when actually optimizing your profile and when creating your LinkedIn banner and cover image, right? So apart from the cover image, we also have the profile photo. So this profile photo is really important. You need to keep the image clean. You need to keep it as clean as it can be. Notice that the background of this image is actually very clean. Notice that there's no noise at the background, like there are no distractions. It's really clean, and the person's face, you can see the face clearly. So you would want your profile picture to also be in this manner too, because this is the standard. Yes, recruiters, I mean, if you are a recruiter yourself, you would want to pick a person's picture that has a clear background that is visible, so you know who you are interacting with, you know who you would want to employ, right? So exactly the same thing. It needs to be either the shoulder length or the chest region. It's called an headshot for a reason. So yes, your face should be visible. We should see your faces. If you are like me, you wear glasses, ensure that we can see your eyeballs still. And just keep it simple. You can choose to smile, but not too elaborately. Just keep it professional, keep it simple, keep it clean, and keep it neat. So yes, this is a standard profile photo for your LinkedIn page, and it always does the magic. The next thing is your name. Of course, you would want your full name to be there. You would not want to include your nicknames or any of those. Ensure that the name you have on your LinkedIn profile, it's still the same exact name you have on your CV. Ensure they tally, ensure they align with each other, right? Then your headline is also very important. This is the headline. This is where my mouse is. So this is the headline. And this headline is really detailed. It's key. And for you to have a very good profile that is optimized, you need to ensure that your profile, the headline you're putting there, your profile is keyword optimized too. So what I mean by keyword, ensure that you're not beating around the bush, you're not saying junior data analyst, you're going straight to the point. You're telling us what you want to do, who you are, what the skills you have. So for a data analyst role, you would see you would see that you make use of Power BI, you also make use of SQL. So it's important that you also include these skills as a keyword on your profile. So when recruiters are searching for people, that are searching for new persons, they're searching for people to hire, you are included in the ball game. So you're included in the job set, you're included as part of those they would reach out to eventually. So yes, so ensure you include these keywords, data analyst, you also include Power BI, the skills. Also, you tell us if you have other name variations for this particular role you are applying for, right? So also include a skill or two, and you could also tell us what you're looking for, like maybe you're seeking for new opportunities and stuff. So this is ensure your headline is literally keyword oriented. Yes, ensure it's keyword oriented. All right. So for the next part of uh our presentation, the R part, which is reflect. So you need to reflect certain things, and certain things needs to be on your profile that shows that yes, you are good to go. That shows that yes, you are ready to, get that job. You're ready to get that job. So you need to reflect your unique story. So employers don't just hire skills, they also hire people. So now we're talking about the about section, the tone, and even the structure of your profile, of how it's going to be. All right. So I would like at this junction, if you're just joining in, you're welcome. So we're talking about how to optimize your LinkedIn profile perfectly to ensure that recruiters actually reach out to you and you get a feedback from employers. All right. So please kindly just drop your name in the chat box and tell me if you're still here, if you're following, and if you have any questions, please also let me know. Thank you. If you're just joining, kindly tell us where you're joining in from. Tell us where you're joining in from, your name and where you're joining in from. Thank you. I would really appreciate that feedback. All right, so back to the session. The R part stands for you to reflect your unique story. So employers don't just hire skills, they also hire people. They know you have the skill sets, they know you have all of these things, but they also want to see a level of humanness to you. They want to know that yes, you are real, that you are real and you can actually do this thing, you can actually do this job. When they give you the job, that you can actually fit into those job descriptions and you can do it away from being just in the crowd. Okay, so we would need to the next thing is to include your about section, right? So your about section is very important, and I'll be showing us an example of an about section, right? It's also very important we have it. So the about section is very important. On your about section, it's like a summary. It's usually best to write your about section in your first person narrative style, first person point of view. This is very important because it helps your recruiters most especially know that, oh, this is who you are, that you are actually the one talking, right? Always best to just, you know, it's always best to include it's always best to include yourself, to personalize it. All right. So for the about section, you would want to ensure that everything in the about section is clear. You'd want to tell a story. You want to go in a narrative style, like I mentioned. You want to personalize it as well. And it's always best to keep your about section within 3 to 5 paragraphs and also include relevant skills, right? If you notice on this profile, there is a top skill. There is a section for the top skill. So this top skill is really, really important, and it's best to actually summarize everything you have to say, everything about your CV, summarize it. In fact, it's always best to even write a draft somewhere and put it into ChatGPT to help you fine-tune it to make it perfect and worthy for your LinkedIn profile, so that when recruiters are actually searching, they know that okay, this person is capable. They know it just gives credibility at the end of the day to your profile and even to your job applications too. All right. So this we can take a peek at this particular about section. So it says, I believe data is more than just numbers. It's the hidden story behind every decision, every opportunity, and every transformation. So as a data business intel and as a data and business intelligence analyst, I am passionate about uncovering the stories, that is that data, and turning complex data into clear, actionable strategies that drive real business impact. All right. So you can see the introduction. That's just the introduction part, the introductory part of the about section, right? And you can see how I was able to make this particular about section flow while also showing the academic background of this particular person and also ensuring that everything aligns properly. So ensure that your about section is keyword oriented. If you notice, I made use of keywords like data, data, and data. Yes, because this person is applying for the role of a data analyst. And of course, you would want to ensure that whatever you are doing, whatever thing you are editing on your profile, gives that it gives off that vibe that yes, you're actually a data analyst and you're actively searching for an employment in the data analysis field, right? So just ensure that everything aligns, ensure that your about section is keyword oriented. So for the tone, you need to ensure that your tone is highly professional, ensure your tone is highly personalized, like you make use of the first person pronoun, and you ensure that everything aligns basically. Ensure you to also make use of keywords. That would help it very well. It's going to help very well in ensuring that your profile comes up first whenever it's being searched by recruiters. All right. Also ensure to include top skills and basic skills that you know that are very vital for your role, for the role you are looking to get. Okay. So now, then, so now for if you want to, add to your profile section, you are looking for a way to edit your profile and you really do not know how to go about it, there is an add profile section just at the top of your profile, right? There's an add profile section, and also back to the top of your profile. If you have a portfolio, say you're a project manager, you're a data analyst, it's always best that you include the portfolio in your profile, right? It helps recruiters know that okay, it helps them check what needs to be checked, and it also enables them, you know, it enables them to see that oh, this person has done certain things in the past and we can count on this person. So basically, it shows credibility. You having a portfolio, having a portfolio there is perfect and shows credibility to say the least. All right. So the next thing is the A section, and basically for the A section, all right. So for the A part of your profile, which is to add value, and you're not just adding value with you're not just adding value, right? You're also adding value with achievements. So people want to see results. Most employers these days are results oriented. They are not just responsibilities driven and all of that. They are also seeking results. They also want to see results. So it's very important that you put results, you put out your achievements in a way that it shows that you have got results, right? Ensure that your experiences are tangible enough, your achievements are tangible enough to give your experiences credibility. So the experience section is really very important, right? The experience section is very important. And seeing that the experience section is important, it shows that yes, you have credibility and yes, you're able to add results to the company and not just take up responsibilities on and on and on like that. All right. So we'll be checking out an example of how you can actually add experiences that yield results. All right. So for your experience section, you'd have something like this for your experience section. And it's always best that you quantify your experiences, your achievements. It's always best you quantify them. So for the experiences, you'd see that this particular experience, you're saying something along the line of, oh, I developed an interactive dashboard using Tableau and Power BI to visualize trends in revenue, cost drivers, and product performance, thereby boosting executive decision speed by 35%. So on your experiences, there are some certain things you'd want to include. You'd want to include of course, the fact that you were able to achieve a particular result. You'd also want to quantify these results by percentages. And also, you'd want to show your recruiters and show whoever comes to view your profile that you are able to you're able to carry out these things using a particular set of skills, and in this case, Tableau and Power BI. And also, whatever platform you're able to use, if it was an interactive dashboards or other forms of documentations that you're able to use to drive that achievement. So these are like very vital things to know: the skills, the achievement, and ensure to quantify it using percentages. So also in your experience section, you'd want to include the name, the experience role. You'd also want to include the company. You also want to include the fact that the role you played at the time, whether it was a full-time role, whether it was an hybrid position, or even whether it was a remote job, right? And also the location is very important. So basically, similarly to what you have on your CV, you also like apply it here. Ensure that the key responsibilities are highlighted. Ensure that your skills are also highlighted even in the key responsibilities, right? So this takes us to the next part of the profile, which is the featured section. Yes, you are adding value, and while adding value, you would want to ensure that whatever the recruiters are seeing, whatever employers are seeing, they're actually seeing you. They are seeing the fact that, oh, you are active. So this brings us to the next point, which talks about networking, right? Network with a purpose, network with not just network, also have an engaging reason. Have posts put up, ensure you have posts put up, and just network. Ensure that you're able to connect, you're able to build that credibility, ensure that you're able to build that visibility, not just for yourself, but even for the active job search you are on, right? So it's very important that you have it's very important that you are able to build credibility, and you're also able to engage your audience necessarily, right? So engagement is very important. Strategic connections too are very important, and then follow up. So you need to network with intention. LinkedIn is not just it's not just a static resume. It's not just like a resume. And the beautiful thing about LinkedIn is the fact that with LinkedIn, you are able to put yourself out there. You are able to free yourself, so to say. You have that freedom, you have that liberty to, include as many things that are relevant to your job role, to the particular job that you're looking out for, right? So it's a living platform. It's not just a static resume. So in the long run, the amount of network you have, the amount of people, the strength of your network, people you have in your community, in your individual connections, right? They are able to influence your visibility, and also influence the opportunities you receive. Good and fine. So strategic connections are really important. And for strategic connections, it's very important that you are able to connect with the right people. So when you make an application, usually when you make an application, maybe through the LinkedIn platform. And it's always best to, after making the applications, you've gotten an email, you reach out via email, or you also reach out through a LinkedIn DM actually, yes, you heard me right, a LinkedIn DM to the recruiters, to the job boards, to, the HR managers, those to the employers themselves. Just reach out to them and tell them, oh, I applied for this and this. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to the opportunity to receiving a positive feedback from you. Write to them. This also helps them. It also builds visibility for you, and it also helps them remember you. And chances are very high that they would not open it. But out of on the scale of 100, and statistically, right, we have gotten reviews and feedbacks that out of the amount of persons that reaches out to their employers, of persons receive feedback, they receive answers, right? So it's always best, it's always on the safer side, and it shouldn't hurt to reach out to them via LinkedIn DM, via emails, and tell them, oh, I applied for this job at your company. I would like to, get the feedback. I would like to know a feedback on my application, and know how it's coming along. and if we can discuss this further. All right. So these are very important things to do. So build the connections, reach out to them, connect with them, network with them. Also build an engagement. So now engagement means um, you actually making out posts. So some people say, "Oh, I don't want to, make a post today. I don't want to, put out anything about me because I'm presently working somewhere, and I don't want my present employers to see this and all of that." So you can still be very strategic about these things. So one thing you can do is to make sure that you engage other people's posts, other data analytics in your field. If you are a data analyst, other project managers, other business analysts, just reach out to them, connect with their posts, engage with their posts, just engage other people's posts, engage posts, and ensure that you are bringing that visibility. There is enough visibility on your hand. So it still boils down to you networking with intention. And yes, follow follow up exactly like the point I mentioned earlier. Follow up with your employers, follow up with the hiring managers, just follow up with them. All right. So the next thing is display credibility. Of course, on your profile, you would want to display credibility. You would want people to see that yes, you are capable of doing this, that you have the right resources to do this, and you are a good fit for this position. All right. So you'd want to include an endorsement, you'd want to include certifications, you'd also want to ensure that your featured section is pinned at the top of your profile. All right. So I'll be sharing with us another template, and we'll be seeing how it's done basically. So this is the featured section. You can, whenever you make a post on LinkedIn, you can just click, you'd see a three dots at the top right corner of the particular post you made, right? Then you just click on it and pin the post. So usually on LinkedIn, it's called include it in the features. So when you have one post already in the featured section, it's always best to include more to ensure that they see that, oh, you are active here. It just builds that credibility that you're not just a ghost user of LinkedIn, right? And it shows that credibility that you are real, you are authentic, you are you, right? So you would want to include the featured section. You would want to ensure that your post is being a relevant post associated with the job you are looking for. It's actually featured on your profile. So apart from that, the experience section, I already mentioned the experience section is very important. So the next thing is certifications, right? Your certifications are really very important. Certifications are important. It shows credibility. It shows that yes, you have what it takes. It shows that you've gotten a level of training, and this training actually accounts for how good you are. It accounts for how well you're going to do at that particular job. So apart from just certifications and even including licenses, it's also good to include, skills. It's good to include skills, different skills. I would always advise to include as many skills that you can find. Include them because you never can tell which one is going to put you up on the feed of your recruiter to actually ensure that you have a job. All right. So it's good to have the skills on your profile to include as many as you can. For this person, you can see about 55 skills. I mean, it's even too small, right? So it's very important that you include as many skills that you can find that are relevant to that particular job role on your profile. So it's good to get endorsements. There's something called endorsements that people get on LinkedIn skills. So you get people you've worked with to endorse your skills, to approve the fact that yes, you are good with this skill, you've done this before. So you can reach out to people that you've worked with before. You can reach out to colleagues that you manage. You can reach out to people that manage, to give this endorsement as well as the recommendations. All right. So it's very important you have your LinkedIn profile and you have all of these things in place because it gives credibility, like I mentioned. All right. So it's very important. The credibility is important because you would want your recruiters to see you. You'd want them to, ensure that they can access you, they can reach out to you. Now, onto the last. Okay, it's time for us to put it to practice. So I did not get feedback earlier. I would like to get feedbacks now. So earlier I mentioned that we should, make a Google search of our names and tell me what we find. So I would like us to quickly make this as interactive as possible. I would like to hear our takes. I would like to hear what we saw when we made a Google search of our names. All right. Anyone, please, can just raise your hand, use the hand feature, and unmute your mic and speak. All right. So it's very important that with our LinkedIn profiles, if there are no answers and no one is ready to unmute their mic and speak, I believe we have questions though. And I would like to we've gotten to the end of the session already. I would like to take questions now. And also, yes, I promised us a cool trick, right? I'll also be giving out that cool trick. Just stay on the call. We definitely hear of it very soon. It's just along the way. It's in the works. All right. So I'll be giving out the cool trick soon, and also I'll be showing us some examples of LinkedIn's and results where recruiters reached out to people, reached out to clients, asking them, to get hired, asking them for employability. So before we move on, before I continue, so right, your LinkedIn profile is really important, right? And as important as it is, chances are that even with a perfect LinkedIn profile, you'll still not get the right job, right? So it happens. I mean, it happens to the best of us. So now, for you to actually have a job, for you to actually have an actual job, right? For you to have an actual job and not just get the job, but to also like land interviews, get offers, land interviews and all of that. You need to apply for. We've done extensive research and statistics actually shows that you need to apply for at least a minimum of 267 jobs. So upon application of upon applying for 267 jobs, chances are that you get an offer from at least five. So yes, sometimes it's very difficult to apply for these jobs on your hand, think that you are a stay-at-home person, you're a stay-at-home mom, you work, you're planning to get your master's, planning to get further certifications, and it's really not easy actually, getting applying for these jobs and even getting interviews your way, right? So it's very important that you apply for jobs, right? It's important you have your CV ready. It's important you have your LinkedIn profile to active and ready for it to be used for applications, right? But it is not enough, right? You still need to apply for jobs. You need to put out applications, right? So it's good to have your CV. It's good to have your LinkedIn done. In fact, a review of your LinkedIn profile from time to time to ensure that it matches the standard, because with time, with each month, each season, things change. I mean, the strategy people use, it changes as well. And at Talent Loop, we are one step ahead with technical know-hows. We are one step ahead with the right strategy, with the right plans, and with the right industrial knowledge that we need, that you would need to applying for this job, right? So you need to enhance your profile. You need to also get interviews. So for each job, it's always best that whatever job you are putting out, whatever application you are putting out, that you tailor these jobs individually. So when you tailor these jobs individually, you need to ensure that your CV, whatever role, say for instance, at a company named Talent Loop, they're looking for a data analyst, right? And this data analyst is the role of a senior data analyst, for instance, right? You need to tailor your particular that application, your CV, your LinkedIn, every single thing. You need to tailor all your applications to ensuring that it fits that particular job role. And if you just imagine, you need to apply for over 267 jobs at at least within a month or 2 months to ensuring that you get an offer or even land interviews. So for each of these job roles that you'd be applying for, you need to get them tailored. If it's a senior data analyst, if it's a senior project manager, if it's a senior HR analyst, if it's whatever roles, and probably you're not looking for the senior roles now, you're looking for the mid-level roles, the junior entry roles, the junior level roles, and all of that. You would still need to tailor each of these applications to match the jobs, right? To match the particular job application. And of course, you are aware that for each job, there are different job descriptions that they have in the individual job descriptions, right? So you need your CV to be well tailored. You need your applications to be well tailored for these jobs, right? Now, how do you do this? Because sometimes it gets overwhelming doing it alone, doing all of that alone, applying for 267 jobs within a month, within 2 months, within for over a couple of weeks, and you still get no result, right? There's something you are doing that you're probably not doing right. And at Talent Loop, we have we have a team where we actually help you apply for these jobs. We do the heavy lifting for you. We take the stress off your back, and we help you apply for these jobs, right? So whatever jobs you're applying for, we do this within 6 to 8 weeks, and we assure you guaranteed interviews. Yes, guaranteed interviews within 6 to 8 weeks. We tailor these jobs for you. Whatever thing you need, whatever job description that is on these individual jobs, we tailor each of the applications for you to ensuring that you do it perfectly. So we have different resource tools that we use for this, apart from just the Indeed platform, the regular job boards that you're used to, Glassdoor, LinkedIn, and all of that. We have paid subscriptions for different job boards, which we use to ensuring that the applications go through, the applications are successful, and the applications are well managed, right? So for your applications, we help you to tailor different jobs with our different resource tools. Now, I mentioned earlier that we are one step ahead with our strategy. So we have different technical know-hows on our hand that we use to ensuring that every job you apply for, every application that is being put out, we ensure that it's well tailored, and we also ensure that everything we do actually leads to you getting at least an offer within 6 to 8 weeks and at least 3 interviews. So at the end of the day, we also like prepare you for interviews too. So apart from just tailoring these jobs for you and also helping you land an offer, we also prep you for the interviews at Talent Loop. And yes, for the month of May, I mean, we're already in the middle of May and the month is slowly coming to an end. We have only 12 slots available for this month, and we have different packages as well. We have the basic package. So for the basic package, it's cost $50. And for the basic package, you get to have a polished CV. So your polished CV helps for clarity, we use it for impact, and we also ensure that it is ATS compatible. Okay. So we also do a LinkedIn profile makeover for you to ensure visibility and to also attract recruiters, right? So it's not just the CV now. We also like do a proper LinkedIn profile that goes beyond what has been taught in this class tonight, right? So we do the LinkedIn profile for you. We help you with all of that and also give you insights on how to improve your job search. So for the premium package, we have it pegged at the price of $150, right? So for the premium package, we actually target applications for you. We do targeted applications, ensuring that they align with your career goals. So we don't give you a role, we don't help you apply for roles that do not align with what you want, right? We ask we ask you tailored questions that would help us do our job properly to ensuring that we get the right job applications for you, and we also get the right career packages for you, the right career plans for you, career job, the right jobs and your dream job as well. All right. So we also do the CV and LinkedIn optimization, to showcase your skills and also help you attract recruiters, right? So we do all of that. And yes, on the premium package, we help you secure at least 3 interviews within 8 to 10 weeks. Yes, 3 interviews within 8 to 10 weeks. So you help us do you allow us to do the job hunting for you, and we also prepare you for the success of it. All right. So now for the comprehensive package, this is where you get the interview preparations so that we help you land your dream job. So we give you the preparation that you would need for your interviews, to ensuring that you ace the interviews. And the comprehensive package is pegged at $250,000. And on the comprehensive package, you also get a professional CV review and revamp that stands you out amongst other applicants. Like I mentioned, every day on LinkedIn space in a work week, about 6 persons get hired every minute, right? So we'd want you to be one of those persons too. So we do the LinkedIn optimizations for you, to ensuring that you have the right presence, you have the right online presence, and we also help you attract recruiters, right? So we also help you do targeted job applications. Yes. So we combine both the basic package together and the premium package together. We combine both and I'll give you the perk of having an interview preparation. So whatever package you pick, it's what would work with. Should in case you are not clear on any of the packages, there is always the opportunity to book a clarity sessions. So yes, we've had other sessions in the past and we've spoken about different things, right? And now for the purpose of this particular one, you could have a clarity session, and this clarity session would help you tailor your career choices, will talk to you, would understand your career goals, would understand your pain points, understand what you want, and guide you, give you a clarity call. Yes, it's a clarity call for a reason. Help you understand what to do and what these packages are basically. So if you are still unclear, you're not sure which one to go for, just book a clarity call with us. And yes, the clarity calls link is in the chat box. All right. So just book a clarity call session with us and we'll ensure to put you through. The clarity call is actually free. It's just book a call and we'll talk to you, we'll talk and ensure that you get the best value even from Talent Loop. All right. So the slots we have just 12 slots again for the month of May. And yes, this thing is real. It's not as if we just go about without any form of credibility. We've had quite a number of approvals, quite a number of success stories, success rates, right? And we have Ene here. Ene Ojaide, she landed a data scientist role with a company in the UK. This was like after quite a number of job applications, right? She started with us she started with us at Talent Loop, and within 2 months of working with her, she got a job. So it could take as long as 2 months and it could take as less as 3 weeks, and can bank on my words for it, right? So we help Enid to land a job as a data scientist with a company in the UK. So she trained with analytics, and immediately she also enrolled. She paid for the comprehensive package with Talent Loop. Yes, we helped her with her interview preparations. We helped her with a CV revamp, with even a LinkedIn revamp as well. So we helped her with all of those, and we're able to also put out applications on her behalf. And one of the applications we did. We secured multiple interviews actually, and upon securing multiple interviews, we also prepared her for the interviews, and she finally landed a dream job as a data scientist, and this was just in April last month, 2025. All right, so there's a screenshot on the left hand corner of the screen where you'd see the confirmation where she mentioned that, oh, she got another email and she got the job. All right. So apart from Enya, we also have Yetunde. So Yetunde actually landed a role as a customer support specialist in the US. And for Yetunde, our case was actually quite peculiar because just less than a month of working with her, she was able to get a job as a customer support specialist. All right. So we secured multiple interviews for her. We prepared her for her interviews, and she was able to land a job as a customer support specialist with Airclerks in New York, in the United States of America, just last month here as well. All right. So on the other hand, we have Temidayo for the role of project management. I mean, it's one of the most competitive in the job markets as of today, and yet she was able to land a very perfect job, a dream job, in fact, as a Scrum Master in Winnipeg, in Canada. And this was when she subscribed to Talent Loop on the 1st of February 2025. She was able to land the job in March. So just within 1 month. So you see that it goes as less as a month. So within a month, we assure you that you can get a job within a month, get a good paying job, can land you your dream role within a month of subscribing to Talent Loop, right? Of course, you understand that these job applications are not easy to make. So we're taking the stress off you, and we're going to help you apply for these jobs, tailor each of the job roles to ensuring that every application you put out, it's a step to your dream job. It's a step further to helping you attract the right job, helping you attract the right opportunities, right? So yes, we secured 4 interviews for her. We also prepared her for the interviews, and she landed the role of a project manager with a higher pay, in fact, in March 2025. So yes, we have success stories, we have recordings, rec- um, audio recordings, video recordings, confirming their testimonials. If you ask me, their testimonials confirming the fact that each of these persons actually landed these jobs, because after they got these jobs, they made a video and they did a testimonial confirming that yes, we are not just here to play. We know what we are doing. We have our strategies in place, and we can land you that job. We can help you land that job of yours. So for Messi, she could not do any interview. She could not land any interview with any company in the US, in the UK for a very long time. And just when she started working with Talent Loop, when she joined Talent Loop, for job applications, within 1 month, she was able to land 4 interviews. So yes, for you, it could be that you already have your CV intact. It could be that you already have your LinkedIn intact, and all you need is just interviews, right? All you need to do is to ace those interviews properly, right? We also do that. We help you prepare for these interviews and ensure that whatever interview you're taking, we prepare you as though the recruiters are the one asking these questions. All right. So we prepare you for these interviews as well. So for Messi, we're able to land our 4 interviews after applying for multiple jobs and all of that. And at the end of the day, she was able to land a job as a data and product analyst. Also for Christiana, she is a HR analyst. She could not land any interview after like tons and tons of applications, right? Hundreds of applications, similar to Messi. And after working with Talent Loop, she was able to land multiple interviews, and she started getting recognized by recruiters on LinkedIn. So this could be you. And yes, we're actually assuring you that whatever stage you are in your application process, whatever stage you are in your job hunting process, we are here to help you. We are here to take those stress away from you, the application stress off you, no matter the role you are specialized in, data analyst, HR analyst, customer specialist, whatever role, we are here to take off that stress from you and do it right. So again, the packages include the basic package, the premium package, the it's spec at $150, and the comprehensive package. So I highly recommend you go for the comprehensive package. Why? Because it helps you land your dream job faster, especially with the fact that we'll be helping you with your interview preparation and also helping you land your dream job. All right. So again, we have only 12 slots for the month of May. All right. So back to our session. I mentioned I was going to share something really cool with us for our LinkedIn. And yes, I'll be sharing it, and we'll call it we call it a day here. All right. So the trick is this: for your LinkedIn, whenever you make an application, whenever you are optimizing your LinkedIn, whatever you're actually putting on your LinkedIn, ensure that you rename it. So we'll be doing the headline. I'm sure you get to understand as I progress, all right? So for your LinkedIn headline, for your headline now, it's always better after you've already gone through Canva, you already included the name, everything, and you want to save it. Ensure you include everything on your headline, right? It helps recruiters to see you faster. It helps recruiters see you faster. All right. So it helps recruiters see you faster. It's when you include the headline, when you include keywords, right? The keywords are really important. With the keywords, you're able to get your recruiters, you're able to get people, you're able to get employers now, access you faster. So you come up top of their search list, right? The main essence is for you to come up when they search for a particular person in a particular job role, they see you first, right? They reach out to you first, they see your name first. So notice that um on the profile now, just where my mouse is, my cursor is, you'd see who your viewers also viewed, right? So this is like a rough analogy of how this thing works, right? So when your profile is there, when you are able to optimize your profile very well and everything works perfectly, you get to see people, right? So as a recruiter now, let's take it from the point of view of the recruiter. I'm searching for a data analyst to work with me in my company, right? And as the recruiter, you'd want to go for the very first person you see when you make the search for a data analyst. So that's it. That is actually how it works. So you including the keywords in the profile as part of the ways you save any media that you're adding to your LinkedIn profile, either your professional headshot or even your headline, whatever way you're actually including it, ensure that you include the keywords so that you are able to come up at the top of the list. Yes, whenever you're able to come up on top of the list, whenever recruiters are actively, seeking for you. All right, so it's time for questions. I'll give room for questions now. Please, if you have any questions, you can just like raise your hand and ask questions, please. All right, if there are no questions, I think this brings us to the end of tonight's session. All right. And again, at Talent Loop, especially if you are one person that is actively job hunting, it's always best you give the work to someone else, delegate the task to someone else by paying this time around for a comprehensive package. Either of our packages actually, so we help you do the work. All right. So if you're not clear about anything, or probably you do not want to speak right now, probably where you are is quite noisy, or just a lot of reasons why you would not be able to speak or to ask any questions now, there is a link in the chat box that is a Calendly link. So you get to book a session with us to ask questions. So if you need career clarity, if you need if you need verifications, if you have more questions and you need more clarity on, do not hesitate to reach out via that link, ask us questions, reach out to us, and we'll do well to attend to your questions. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in, and have a lovely day ahead.